देखें कि रामायण या महाभारत अब फिर हमारे को कुछ दृश्य दिख रहा है मुझे
हमारे
पता है कि आप
बिल्कुल आसियान के नेता इस समय प्रवेश करते हुए अपने पूरे काफिले के साथ यहाँ राष्ट्रपति भवन में, और जैसे कि हमने बताया कि यहाँ पर स्वागत अभिनंदन होगा तमाम आसियान नेताओं का, और रिट्रीट होगी और उसके बाद एक भोज का आयोजन राष्ट्रपति महोदय की तरफ से किया गया है। तो ये कारों का काफिला आप देख रहे हैं, 25 साल भारत आसियान मैत्री के, और उस मैत्री को मनाते हुए, इस रजत जयंती को मनाते हुए एक विशेष शिखर सम्मेलन का आयोजन जो कि इसके बाद किया गया है।
In those visuals that we're getting from Rashtrapati Bhavan, the special guests of the country, the ASEAN leaders have started arriving one by one, and we're expecting leaders from all the 10 ASEAN countries to reach. And we see here the Prime Minister of Vietnam, Nguyen Xuan Phuc, who has arrived, and we know that Prime Minister, Vice President, President are all present at Rashtrapati Bhavan to welcome the special guests.
जी हाँ, वियतनाम के प्रधानमंत्री गुएन जुआन फुक इस समय राष्ट्रपति भवन की दहलीज पर, और अलग अलग समय पर बिल्कुल साथ साथ करीब करीब ही बाकी तमाम 10 आसियान देशों के नेता यहाँ पहुंचेंगे, और राष्ट्रपति भवन में इस समय प्रधानमंत्री स्वयं मौजूद हैं स्वागत के लिए।
Professor Pant, we have been for the past few days we've been talking about we again getting fresh visuals now. Singapore Prime Minister is here, Lee Hsien Loong. His article is something that we were talking about a short while ago. He's also reached the second ASEAN leader to arrive at Rashtrapati Bhavan.
जी हाँ, सिंगापुर के प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रपति भवन पहुंचते हुए, और जिनके आर्टिकल का भी जिक्र कर रहे थे, और प्रधानमंत्री ने खुद उनके आर्टिकल को आज ट्वीट किया है शुभेंदु, इस समय राष्ट्रपति भवन के परिसर में प्रवेश करते हुए।
And in the visuals we can see President of India welcoming the Prime Minister of Vietnam in the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan. It in itself has a great historical significance. Also present at the venue are Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well. A special occasion, all 10 leaders of ASEAN will be welcomed, and in the visuals you were looking at the Prime Minister of Vietnam, Nguyen Xuan Phuc, who was being welcomed by the President, Vice President and Prime Minister. And of course, any moment we're expecting a Prime Minister of Singapore to also enter the venue, the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan, where the top leaders of the country are waiting to welcome him.
बिल्कुल, दरबार हॉल इस समय पूरा सज धज के साथ तैयार, राष्ट्रपति कोविंद स्वयं वहां पर मौजूद, उनके साथ उपराष्ट्रपति वेंकैया नायडू और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी इस समय इंतजार कर रहे हैं। दरबार हॉल में एक एक कर आसियान के नेता वहां पहुंच रहे हैं, और यहाँ पर रिट्रीट का आयोजन किया गया। ये पुष्पेश जी, रिट्रीट का विशेष आयोजन आजकल हर सम्मेलन से पहले होने लगा है।
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि रिट्रीट शब्द का अर्थ ये है कि थोड़ा आप अनौपचारिक माहौल में मिलते हैं, और जो एक औपचारिक बैठक होती है उसका जो राजनीतिक शिष्टाचार होता है उसकी बेड़ियों से की जकड़न से मुक्त होकर आप कुछ बातचीत अंतरंग कर सकते हैं, और एक आत्मीय रिश्ता बनाने का मौका जिसे पर्सन टू पर्सन होता है, जिसमें व्यक्तिगत रासायनिक शास्त्र पर्सनल केमिस्ट्री काम करती है, उसके लिए इसका उपयोग किया जाता है।
In the visuals, we have ASEAN leaders coming one after the other. A short while ago, Singapore Prime Minister was being welcomed in the Darbar Hall. And we have another leader, Prime Minister of Cambodia. I think he's reached the venue. And Darbar Hall is all decked up. President, Vice President and Prime Minister are all ready to welcome the special guests from ASEAN countries.
जी हाँ, और एक एक कर अब हम देख रहे हैं कि कंबोडिया के प्रधानमंत्री इस समय पहुंचते हुए राष्ट्रपति भवन में एक एक कर आसियान के नेता यहाँ पहुंच रहे हैं।
And it's the Prime Minister of Malaysia who's arrived next, Mohammed Abdul Razak. He is also here. Malaysia, an important trading partner, both in terms of what we export and import in India with ASEAN partners. and Prime Minister of Malaysia also present at the venue. And right now at Darbar Hall, we can see Hun Sen, Prime Minister of Cambodia, being welcomed by the President, Vice President and Prime Minister. One by one, all the ASEAN leaders are being welcomed in the Darbar Hall. It's a special day today where 25-year celebrations of India-ASEAN engagement is being commemorated. There's going to be a retreat ceremony too. But for now, all the top leaders of the country, President, Vice President and Prime Minister, are at the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan, where one by one, the 10 ASEAN leaders are being welcomed.
तो भारत आसियान सम्मेलन में हिस्सा लेंगे ये तमाम आसियान नेता और इस समय एक विहंगम दृश्य का नज़ारा ले रहे हैं। राष्ट्रपति भवन अपने आप में एक ऐसा स्थान है जहां आकर वाकई आपको लगता है कि आप एक विशेष जगह पर आ गए हैं। और ये भी हमें लगता है कि एक बहुत बड़ा एक अट्रैक्शन रहता है जो भी हमारे विदेशी मेहमान यहाँ पहुँचते हैं राष्ट्रपति भवन के प्रांगण से होते हुए सीधा दरबार हॉल में।
And these are important days for the country. 69th Republic Day celebrations will take place tomorrow, and before that, Hun Sen, the Cambodian Prime Minister, has arrived now at the venue. In a short while, we can see him coming to Darbar Hall, where President, Vice President, and Prime Minister are present to welcome the visiting dignitary.
कंबोडिया के प्रधानमंत्री प्रवेश करते हुए दरबार हॉल में। राष्ट्रपति, उपराष्ट्रपति और प्रधानमंत्री स्वयं यहाँ मौजूद।
And remember, Cambodia is also the land of Angkor Wat temples, which is symbolic of India and ASEAN nations sharing a rich ancient heritage. And we're getting more visuals of leaders arriving at the venue. We have Prime Minister of Laos, who's behind here. Thongloing Sisulit is here, Prime Minister of Lao PDR, another significant ASEAN partner that India wishes to engage in a better manner. If we talk about economy, and we were talking about the common heritage, Lao PDR, we talk about Cambodia, they also have very important ancient monuments, temples, which are testimony to closer ties, closer people-to-people ties that India and the ASEAN nations have shared. And the Prime Minister of Lao PDR, the next dignitary to arrive at Rashtrapati Bhavan, where President Ram Nath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are waiting to welcome the visiting dignitary.
जी हाँ, इस बीच लाओ पीडीआर के प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रपति भवन प्रांगण में पहुंचे और उसके बाद दरबार हॉल के लिए जहां उनका स्वागत होगा। और जिस प्रकार हम देख रहे हैं कि भारत और आसियान के जो ये मुल्क हैं बहुत कुछ सांस्कृतिक रूप से साझा करते हैं और यही वो ब्रिज है, यही वो सेतु है। आप देख सकते हैं लाओ के पीडीआर के प्रधानमंत्री इस समय दरबार हॉल में पहुंचते हुए और शायद ये संस्कृति के जो ये सेतु है इन्हीं से होते हुए आज सदियों बाद भी हमारे संबंधों में वो गर्मजोशी देखी जा सकती है। और आप देख रहे हैं आंग सान सू ची म्यांमार की स्टेट काउंसलर इस समय प्रवेश करती हुई राष्ट्रपति भवन प्रांगण से होते हुए।
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Myanmar last year, and we saw very close relations between the two countries.
के बारे में हम आपको बताएं कि वो स्वयं भारत में ही पढ़ी हैं, लेडी श्री राम कॉलेज में उन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई की है और एक वक्त उन्होंने यहाँ पर गुजारा है एक स्टूडेंट के रूप में। और भारत से मतलब अगर निजी तौर पर भी हम देखें तो जो उनके रिश्ते हैं वो रहे हैं भारत के साथ में। तो आंग सान सू ची इस समय पहुंचती हुई दरबार हॉल में।
It was a special moment when Prime Minister Modi had visited Myanmar. As a token of gift from India to Myanmar, Prime Minister had gifted the State Councillor of Myanmar the PhD thesis that she had written as a student in India. these are various ways in which we are trying to share about the closer ties, the people-to-people ties, the connection between the cultures, the people, the regions of education. Those are the ties that are being celebrated, and it's a momentous occasion when leaders of all the 10 countries are going to be present today. And our correspondent Amrit Pal is also at the venue. Amrit, give us a picture of what is the mood like at the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan. We are, of course, witnessing all ASEAN leaders one by one arriving at the Darbar Hall and being welcomed by President, Vice President and Prime Minister.
That's right. The Prime Minister, the President and the Vice President are welcoming the leaders of the ASEAN countries who already arrived here in Delhi for the ASEAN Summit, which kicks off today. In a little while from now, they'll go for the leaders' retreat at Rashtrapati Bhavan itself, where, as you know, it's an India-ASEAN commemorative summit, where the leaders will be looking at how the relationship with
language, it is the music, it is the architecture, activities which provide livelihood, activities which are technologically oriented, which are linked with this shared cultural heritage. Angkor Wat is the largest temple anywhere in the world. So is Borobudur, the stupa. And so this synthesis of Shiva Buddhism is not only a religious synthesis, it is a concept of kingship, it is language, and so on.
एक और आसियान मेहमान पहुंचते हुए शुभेंदु हम देख रहे हैं.
And ASEAN leaders are reaching one after other. This is Philippines leader Rodrigo Duterte, who's reached next, and you can see it.
जी हाँ, फिलीपींस के राष्ट्रपति रोड्रिगो ड्यूटेर्टे पहुंचते हुए और राष्ट्रपति भवन में दरबार हॉल में, जहां स्वागत के लिए स्वयं राष्ट्रपति मौजूद हैं, उपराष्ट्रपति मौजूद हैं, प्रधानमंत्री भी स्वयं मौजूद हैं.
President of Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, Prime Minister Modi and President Duterte last year also, again, when they met, were talking about closer ties, and they together had highlighted one of the very crucial issue facing the subcontinent and the region in particular, that was of extremism and security.
Yeah.
And therefore, with that vision, maritime security and connection has become one of the bigger issues. And Indonesian President Joko Widodo is also reaching Delhi. We'll be getting those shots in a short while. He's just arrived in Delhi a short while ago. That's his plane. Republic Indonesia, President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, the last of the 10 leaders to arrive in India. And we're now getting again shots of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, where the leaders are congregating for the very special retreat ceremony, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is present with other dignitaries, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and President of India.
जी, और लग रहा है कि ब्रुनई के सुल्तान पहुंचे हैं. देखना होगा कौन गाड़ी में से निकलता है.
That's right. This is Sultan of Brunei, Haji Hassan Lal Muzaddin, who's present at the venue. Just arrived at राष्ट्रपति भवन.
जी, ब्रुनई के सुल्तान भी पहुंचे हैं राष्ट्रपति भवन, और इस समय हम देख रहे हैं फिलीपींस के राष्ट्रपति से मिल रहे हैं राष्ट्रपति, उपराष्ट्रपति और प्रधानमंत्री. इंडोनेशिया के राष्ट्रपति भी आज ही पहुंचे हैं. तमाम आसियान नेता कल पहुंच गए थे, लेकिन इंडोनेशिया के राष्ट्रपति आज पहुंचे हैं और आज वो शिरकत कर रहे हैं इस मुलाकात में.
And those visuals are coming in live from the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan. One after the other, the dignitaries are being welcomed by President, Vice President and Prime Minister. And in the visuals you can see the Sultan of Brunei, who just arrived at Rashtrapati Bhavan, now entering Darbar Hall. And a special occasion for all the top leaders of the country to welcome another ASEAN member nation. And this is a special day when all the 10 ASEAN leaders will sit together with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and in the retreat they will talk about the pressing issues, the possibility of engagement, the scope of economic prosperity that exists between the two regions. The range of issues that are expected to be discussed are wide-ranging. And Darbar Hall, President, Vice President and Prime Minister moving inside at the moment. It seems most of the leaders have arrived, and they will be meeting them inside Rashtrapati Bhavan now.
Other look east to act east. That shows how much importance India has been giving to the east.
Right, Siddhant. Also, if you can just focus for a moment. Of course, we have very 10 special guests, but since we are looking at visuals of Indonesian president, they are the biggest trading partner, remember, of India as far as ASEAN is concerned. Just take us through the highs that the relationship between India and Indonesia have seen in the recent days.
और इस बीच हम आपको बता दें कि इंडोनेशिया के राष्ट्रपति जोको विडोडो इस समय अपने विमान से उतर गए हैं और इंडोनेशियन राष्ट्रपति आखिरी आसियान के गेस्ट हैं जो कि अभी पधारे हैं और अब सीधे यहां से राष्ट्रपति भवन जाएंगे। जी सिद्धांत।
Well, in 1950, the chief guest at the Republic Day parade was